If you want a taste of what it will be like if Donald Trump becomes president, you already have a preview because many of the elements are in place and some of the players have already fallen in line with his autocratic new reign if he is elected. Number one, the end of free speech and free press as we know it is already here. Trump threatened and wanted the FCC, the Federal Communication Commission, to pull the broadcasting license of CBS because he didn't like the way they edited Kamala Harris' 60 Minutes interview. That's example one. Example two was the Los Angeles Times had approved an endorsement of Kamala Harris for president when the owner of the paper, a multi-billionaire, Patrick Soon-Shiong, bigfooted the editorial board and the editor and said, no, we're not endorsing Kamala Harris. So they didn't endorse anyone. That's two. Three, the Washington Post. You remember them. Woodward and Bernstein. Those are the guys that basically helped take down Richard Nixon. Woodward, still there. He has exposed Donald Trump on his bungling of the COVID crisis. And now some of the other things that he has done and said over the years. They were ready to endorse Kamala Harris. Had it written up and approved. Boom, they got bigfooted by their owner, Jeff Bezos, one of the richest men in the world and the founder of Amazon.com. He told them no. So after multiple years of presidential endorsements, the Washington Post isn't endorsing a candidate for president. Wow. The editorial staff is not pleased, including Bob Woodward. And here we go with Elon Musk. He spent $44 billion and bought Twitter, turned it into some kind of a free-for-all hellscape. He doesn't care if it crashes and burns and he loses billions of dollars. He's the richest man in the world. And what is he doing? He's attending Trump rallies. He's actually, and he may have paused, he was actually running some kind of a lotto scheme or system up in the swing states, allowing people that registered to vote to win $1 million. Now, the Justice Department kind of tapped him on the shoulder and said, you know what? That may be illegal. So they may have paused that. But my point is, free press and freedom of expression, free speech, is already gone. So imagine how much worse it's going to be if Trump wins. And that includes you. You get to come on these platforms, express yourself within limits, freely. That's not going to continue if Trump becomes president. So if you ever had a reason to vote, even if you really don't care for either candidate or their policies or whatever have you, you need to think about, well, how am I going to get in this chokehold where I can't say what I want to say? You know, it's happening already. So just to protect your own ability to freely express what you want to do, you need to get out and vote. And you need to vote for Kamala Harris because you already see what's going on with Trump. The billionaires have taken it over. And that's why you see this weird split screen between how Trump is covered and how Harris is covered. Trump can do whatever he wants, say whatever he wants, use profanity, talk about Arnold Palmer's manhood, whatever the case may be, while Harris is being nitpicked and under a microscope. Well, what is her policies on this and that? Does Trump have any policies? Oh, yeah. He wants to sic the military on his enemies. You decide what you need to do.